I'm Tony Morris, and welcome to the first episode of Southern Soul. Now, before we go any further, I think I should take a little bit of a moment to talk to you about why the title Southern Soul is so important. Well, first of all, Southern is because I'm from Alabama originally, and soul is because, guess what? I'm a psychic medium. And this show is going to be about learning more about psychic work and also the world of spirituality. So we've got a lot of ground to cover, and I'm so glad you're here to join us for the very first episode of this series. So on the show, what we're going to be talking about is not only the work that I do as a psychic, but also finding out more about the different aspects of spirituality. One of the questions that I get a lot, and I get it quite frequently really, is, have you always been psychic? Now, in a way, yes, but in a way, no. I mean, I can look back on my life and go, oh, I remember when I was 6 years old and that happened. Or I remember when I was in junior high school and that happened. And I just kind of wrote it off always as coincidence. Now, of course, I know a lot different. So after 27 years in corporate America, where I worked for some big Fortune 500 firms, 8 years ago, I had a major spiritual awakening. It wasn't like somebody said, hey, Tony, tapped you on the shoulder. It was like, hey! Needless to say, it got my attention. I mean, I started seeing visions, I started hearing things, and even my own physical body, there were vibrations taking place that kind of freaked me out a little bit. But at the same time, I knew something special was happening. And I also knew at that time that there would come a moment in my life when I would have a choice to make. Either do something with it or not. So 7 years ago, when my last corporate job ended, I made a choice. And I now have clients all over the country, and my intent is to help people get the most out of their lives. And in my own special little way, maybe help the planet some. And on each episode of Southern Soul, what we're going to do is take a topic and explore it a little deeper. And today we've got a special treat for you. We are going to go to the Santa Barbara Rose Garden. It's a beautiful location, and we're going to talk about something really special, the art of meditation. So why don't you join me? Talk about a sign. Remember when I said about, look who's here? I knew she had a rose, but I have looked everywhere in this garden thinking I would find it, and I walked right to it today. Hi, welcome to the beautiful Santa Barbara Rose Garden, located just steps, literally just steps away from the city's famous Mission. One of the reasons why I love coming here is because you never know who you're going to run into. For example, there's Barbara Streisand. There's Marilyn Monroe. Oh my God, there's Julia Child down there. And way down there is Henry Fonda. Now, of course, these are all roses named after these famous people. And that's just one of the attractions of the Rose Garden. The other attraction for me personally is because I love coming to this oasis to meditate. So let's talk about the art of meditation. Just so you know, I also use it in my practice. Just prior to every session, what I'll do is I'll meditate on my client for like 20, 30 minutes, and a lot of information comes to me before we even begin our conversation. But just so you know, meditation isn't just limited to psychic mediums. Anybody and everybody can do meditation. It just takes practice. And that's what we're going to talk about. How do you start a meditation practice? For me, I've been doing this for a while, so I've actually worked up to, say, 30 minutes a day, personal time for me to work on it. If you can't commit to something like that, because I know we're all busy in our daily schedules, maybe you can start off by committing 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes. So look at your watch and see if you can find 5 minutes that you can carve out to start your practice. Second thing, you don't necessarily have to be at a beautiful oasis like this, like the Santa Barbara Rose Garden. Nature certainly helps, whether it's the beach, or the forest, the woods, even a country dirt road. But it can be inside your home too. Whatever you feel brings you peace of mind. 'Cause it's all about that. So the third thing is, once you find your place, you want to turn off the clutter. You want to turn off the noise and focus inward. Focus on the God within you, the goodness within you. Because when you go through a meditation practice, it's all about helping you find clarity, also helping you find balance so that you'll feel confident and more empowered when it comes to making important decisions and choices in your life. And the other thing, and it's a big one, about meditation, it also gives you time to stop and smell the roses. Wow, we're almost at the end of our very first episode of Southern Soul, and thanks so much for joining us. However, we're not finished yet. I have a little bit of homework for you, but trust me, it's the kind of homework you'll like. It's beneficial, and you'll probably even thank me in the morning. I have a question for you. How many of you had a little red wagon when you were a kid? I know I did. And guess what? My mother saved my little red wagon. It's a little rusty. Actually, it's very rusty. The tire's a little worn, but it's still here. My little red wagon is still here. And I love the message that it's trying to share with me even to this day. Follow your dreams. When I first became aware that I was a psychic medium, one of the first things I started to do was I started writing a book. A book to chronicle not only my spiritual awakening, but also a book that hopefully would matter to the people who read it. The title of the book is called, guess what? Little Red Wagon. It's a metaphor for life. Think about it. When you're a kid, you had dreams, you have ambitions, you have things you want to do, and you put them in your little red wagon. Now, as we become adults, we carry the little red wagon with us through life. Sometimes the wheels come off, but that little red wagon is still there. It still has the dreams. It's just up to us to activate them. So here's your homework. I want you to take a sheet of paper and write down 3 things. 1, 2, 3. 3 things. 3 things that you still want to accomplish in your life. It can be people you want to meet, places you want to go, things you want to accomplish. It's up to you. It's your movie. It's your little red wagon. So that's your homework. Easy, right? And what we're going to do on the next episode of Southern Soul is take it one step further. We're going to take it in a way that we can activate it, activate your dreams. If you're willing to do the work, I promise you, you're going to see results. Thanks for joining us on our very first episode of Southern Soul, and I hope you'll come back next time. Until then, take care.